Hello artists! Today we're going to be making some beautiful lupin flowers. And lupin flowers are usually kind of a bluish purple color. And I've got some tissue paper that I'm going to be using for the petals of my lupins. And you can make the stems however you want and the leaves. If you'd like to paint them, you can, or you can use crayons or oil pastels, whatever you have that is going to work really well for you. I think I'm going to use a combination actually. I'm going to make my stems. I'm going to make 3 of them. So I'm going to make some lines that are different sizes. So there's 3. And it's okay if they're curvy. You can also make them straight. And then I'm going to make some grass vertical strokes up and down on the bottom of my paper. And I'm working vertically. You can also work horizontally if you want to. It is up to you. So here are my grasses, and I'm using just one color right now, but it is very interesting if you add more than one color. I'll show you what that looks like. So there are my 3 lupin stems. I'm going to add some leaves, just kind of long triangle shapes. And now I'm going to add a different color green. And oh my goodness, look what happens. It really changes the way it looks, doesn't it? It looks a little bit more three-dimensional or more realistic. And the grass has a texture to it, doesn't it? I'm just going to kind of scribble some of this color on here. And now I'm going to choose another lighter color. This is kind of a yellowy green. And I'm going to go back in. And this is all crayon. If you have oil pastels, you can use oil pastels. That's going to change the way it looks again. And it's kind of fun to experiment with different, what we call media. Art materials, we call those media. As you get older, you'll hear that a lot. Color those in. I'm going to add a little bit more to my stems. And then after you get this part done, the next thing we're going to do is use our tissue paper. And if you don't have tissue paper, that is okay. You can paint, you can draw, you can color, however you want to do it. Now I'm going to put my tissue paper pieces together, and I'm going to cut some squares. So I'm just going to do this and get them all cut. And if you don't have blue tissue, you could use white tissue and add some color, maybe with a bit of marker or crayon. That might be a good way to figure that out. All right, now I have all my pieces cut. So the next thing I'm going to do is get my glue ready. And white glue works really well if you have some liquid white glue, but glue stick works just fine too. I'm going to take my pieces of tissue paper and crumple them up. We don't want them too tiny, itty bitty, but just a little bit so that they have some texture. And I'm going to crumple up all of them because when we start working with the glue, our hands are going to get a bit sticky, and then you're going to stick to the tissue paper. So do the crumpling first, and you want to do each one individually so that you know where they are and what they look like. And my colors are a bit different, aren't they? One is darker and one is lighter. So that's kind of fun. If you have purple tissue paper, purple would be another great color to use too, because lupin flowers are sometimes purple. And they're beautiful. Sometimes you can see them growing on the hillsides. And you might not need all of your tissue paper, but if you do, great. If you run out, no big deal. We'll just kind of space them out. Almost done. And it is the time of year where we start to see a lot of flowers too. So that is very welcome after a cold winter. And there's a story called The Lupin Lady, which is really fun to hear. So that'll kind of tie along with our Lupin story. Okay, so I'm going to put some dots of glue, and I'm just going to do a few at a time, and set my tissue paper on top of those dots. And then I'm just kind of gently pushing down. And how cute is that? We're starting to have these flowers blooming. Oh. And I'm going to leave it at that for now because I want to make sure I have enough for my other flowers. I'll do the same thing on this flower. This one I'm going to try my darker color. See what happens. Push it down. You might even have to kind of count to 10 as you are holding, just to make sure they stay put. Sometimes the glue stick, if we don't get enough, it just pops right off and makes you sad. Oh my goodness, here we go. There, I'll stop there, and now I'm going to go on this side again. Dots, and I've been doing like 6 dots. I'm wiggling my glue stick around, and I think this one I'll do the blue color. Did I get 2 there? Did I? Yes, I did. Okay, I thought it looked bigger than the other one. There's that one. And this is giving our flowers a little more of a realistic look, some texture. It's a little bit 3-dimensional. It pops off the page a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add 2 more because I have plenty of tissue paper. And there's that one. And I think all the rest, oh, see how it was sticking to my gluey finger? I'm gonna add some purple here. Purpley blue. And there's that one. And here. And I'm just going to experiment with the purple color on the underside of this one and just see what I think of it. I might like how that looks. I think I have a few pieces left. Ooh, that's kind of fun, that 2-tone look. And I ran out of tissue, so I'll just spread that out a little bit. There is our beautiful lupin flowers. And you can listen to the Lupin Lady and hear all about lupins and where to find them. Have a great day.